Alabama getting ready for their A-Day game this Saturday. Michael Casagrande in Tuscaloosa to discuss some of the hot topics and things we're looking forward to seeing from the Crimson Tide. And Michael, fans will be fans. Jalen Hurts had a great freshman season, but there's that other quarterback that comes in that they're anxious to see. His name, Tua Tagovailoa. I think I got that right. Thumbs up. What are we expecting to see from him? What are your thoughts?
Yeah, no, it's going to be interesting to see how he does. Obviously, a year ago, it was Jalen Hurts. It was the true freshman early enrollee. People didn't know that much about. He comes out and blows everyone's doors off, in a sense, or at least shows everybody that he was capable of leading this offense. Maybe not the same situation this year with him returning as a starter, but Tua, we'll just call him Tua, has performed very well from all reports of all the scrimmages, the practices. Brings left-handed throwing motion, will be discussed on AL.com tomorrow. But it's going to be a lot of interesting things to see, just how he can handle the offense, how rolling a different direction, offensive tackles, how they can move around. It'll be very interesting to see what he can do. And Mac Jones also seems to have done pretty well as a true freshman. This is just a unique situation, having all new quarterbacks with three different guys transferring out after Jalen won the job.
Yeah, and outside of Tua and some of the other quarterbacks that you discussed there, who are some other newcomers, some guys that there's a lot of buzz around right now this spring?
Yeah, no, they're definitely, this being a #1 recruiting class again, a lot of interesting guys. The running backs are the first to come to mind. Injuries have limited some of the returning starters. You got Najee Harris, who was obviously one of the top running backs in the country last year, has been performing very well. Brian Robinson, a Tuscaloosa guy, also been earning top marks, just mostly because they've been called on to do most of the running in scrimmages with Damian Harris, Bo Scarborough, B.J. Emmons, and Josh Jacobs even being knocked around a little bit this spring. You also, at linebacker, you have Dylan Moses, parade American, All-American Player of the Year, one of the top recruits around. That middle linebacker who comes in, he looks the part. He doesn't look like a true freshman. Very interested to see what he can do.
Yeah, Michael, all good points there. Now, my last question for you. Alabama's secondary, it's been a little up and down this season. Nick Saban has addressed that a few times. Just your thoughts on where they're at with this passing defense and what we expect to see in A-Day and if they've cleaned things up a little bit.
No, it's interesting, just the fact that this was a group that Ronnie Harrison, one of the safeties, said that this should be the strength of the defense. And after the two scrimmages they've had so far, they're the group that Nick Saban has talked about as having issues. The first one, they didn't respect the middle of the field. Gave up some big passing plays against a passing offense that was pretty much a question mark coming into this spring. Hootie Jones, safety, said that they got tore up, was his quote in that scrimmage. So it's going to be interesting to see. This is all we're going on their word for it. We'll see it for our own eyes on Saturday in the A-Day game. So I think that's definitely a part of the defense. People will be wanting to see how the loss of Marlon Humphrey, Eddie Jackson, how that will manifest itself this season with a lot of guys trying to be replaced on the overall in the Alabama defense.
And that spring game kicking off in Tuscaloosa at 2 o'clock on Saturday. Thank you so much for your time, Michael. We'll see you there.